Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Warhammer 40,000 Tooth and Claw box set from Games Workshop. One of these sets will cost you £90, which is exactly the same price as the Wake the Dead box set, which included Primaris, Space Marines and Eldar. Now, I don't collect Space Wolves, but I was very interested in the miniatures involved and the upgrade sprue, and also I do collect Genestealer cults, which is the main reason why I bought the set. I wanted the new Genestealer models and I wanted to bump up the army even more. So without further ado, let's unbox this set. It's in here in this big package. So let's unbox this Tooth and Claw set. Big package, but that's because there's something else in here. So here we go. So Tooth and Claw right there, and then dun dun dun, we also have Kill Team Rogue Trader. I will be trying to get my hands on the original Kill Team once Games Workshop have them back in stock, but until that happens I will be unboxing this and reviewing the whole kit. I'm really pleased that I managed to get this kit. So back onto this Tooth and Claw box set. We'll just unwrap it first of all, and then I'll flip her upside down. So quite a thin profile box. It looks the same size box as the Wake the Dead set, just from looking at it. You've got some artwork, same artwork all the way around, and when you open it, it's just black, just a black rim. So let's flip her up. These are the miniatures you get inside. I'll just do a little zoom in for you. Okay, so you get two exclusive miniatures, which is the Primaris Battle Leader Haldor Ice Pelt and an Abominant with a little familiar dude. You also get some new aberrants, you get some hybrid metamorphs, 8 Genestealers and an Acolyte, even though it doesn't actually say it there, which is quite odd, but you do get a big Acolyte there. And then Space Marine Primaris side of things, you do get a full Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. It's the full kit. You get 5 Intercessors, 3 Aggressors, and obviously the Battle Leader himself. Oh, I was pointing right down there. You also get a little campaign kind of book and some cool rules and transfer sheets and so on. So that's what you get in the set. I mean, I think the Redemptor Dreadnought's £40 or so. So for £50, you're getting Aggressors, a whole Genestealer cult army, and exclusive miniatures, which is pretty good actually. You are getting more exclusive miniatures than the Wake the Dead set. In that set, you only got 2, which was the Spirit Seer and the Lieutenant. But in this, you're getting both of the HQs and the Aberrants, which aren't out separately. So just bear that in mind. And you're getting newer kits. All of these kits are within a year, 2 years old. The Dreadnought came out last year, and that's a very good kit. In my opinion, that's worth the entry alone just for this kit, is the Dreadnought, because it's such a lovely kit to work with. Turning it over, let's have a look inside. So straight away, a plethora of Primaris pieces greet you. This is the Aggressor sprue. This has all of the 3 Aggressors on it. You can tell because it's got 1, 2, 3 sets of feet. All the shoulder pauldrons. You can have the bolt weapons or the flamers, the missile pod. So it's the full £30 kit there. This is the Space Marine upgrade sprue for Primaris. Looks pretty decent. You've got a blade that's about to be unsheathed, chainsaw, a couple of heads, different heads, some runes, different shoulder pauldrons. So that's the upgrade sprue you can get with the kit. Over on the left side still, there's the Primaris Intercessors kit. That's your 5 Intercessors on 2 sprues, jam-packed there with bolt rifles and underslung auxiliary grenade launchers, pistol pouches, shoulder pauldrons, heads, little armor pieces as well, you name it, so it's all there. So that's great. And then also on the left hand side, you've got the Redemptor Dreadnought sprue, which is 3 sprues. You've got the Gatling cannon and the plasma weapon, and the rocket pods, and you know, look at that, 3 sprues, lovely kit to build. Again, £40 for that, £30 for the aggressors, that's £70. It's only £20 off, so you're getting everything else for £20 if you want some more aggressors, if you want a Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. I think here is the Battle Leader sprue, so we'll have a look at him. Lots of detail there. It's got the pelt, it's got a helmet as well, so you can wear that instead of being bareheaded. It's got a rune that's built onto the power pack. It's got his axe. Looks like a very decent model. Can't wait to build that. And then over to the Genestealer Cult miniatures. We'll start off with the Acolyte. Now this model itself is £15 separately. So already you got 40 for the Redemptor, 30 for the aggressors. That's 70 plus this, that's £85. £5 more gets you everything else, which is incredible value if you haven't already got these miniatures. If you have, then yeah, your value might be subjective. Anyway, that's the Acolyte. This is the new Aberrant with the little familiar. You can just see him there, and part of his back and part of the Aberrant's back, and some spikes, and the little head for the familiar, and part of this massive great big hammer. Really interested in reading the backstory behind the Genestealer cults on Vigilus. I really want to get into it, and the Space Wolves' endeavours to thwart them. Anyway, that's the exclusive miniature for Genestealer cults. Then you get the new Aberrant sprue. It says 2018 on here, so it was this year. It was at least conceptualized, which is brilliant that they've actually made some new models this year for Genestealer cults. Lots and lots going on here. Obviously, when I've built them, I'll go through them all individually, hopefully with better lighting and things. But you can see lots of heads, lots of bodies, lots of axes or pickaxes and hammers, all kinds of things going on here. So very interesting sprue there. I wonder if they'll release that separately. I'm not sure. It'd be nice if they did 2 sprues of this. I can't see them just having 1 sprue in a box for 15, probably £20. I don't know, maybe they will, but at the moment this is the only way you get these Aberrants. Moving on, everybody's seen these kits before. Look at the gaps in that, it's absolutely insane. 2004, 14 years. It's an okay kit, lots of mould lines, they're super easy to put together, lots of options. You get these little markers and things, but yeah, you can put those on bases if you wish and paint them up. But as you can see, you get 4 Genestealers on each one. You get 4 here, 4 there, there's your 8 Genestealers. Old sprue though, 14 years old. And then finally the Metamorph sprue. You may have seen this one, I think last year or even year before, 2 years ago probably. I can't speak highly enough about this kit. It is a £25 kit itself, just for these sprues. You've got lots of options here, loads of arm options, ranged weapon options, pistols, rip saws, lots and lots of heads, as you can see. A huge number of heads, over 20 heads truth be told, and a couple of skulls as well. So a very flexible kit. As I say, £25, £15 for the Acolyte, that's £40. You're almost at half of the box set just for this and the Acolyte, not including the Aberrants, the Aberrant exclusive miniature, and the Genestealers. The weakest set in this kit, in my opinion at least, is the oldest, which is the Genestealers. However, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're still good looking minis with a fair amount of detail. And then you get all the Primaris kits as well. These are all full kits, not like Dark Imperium, not like a couple of other sets where they've just bundled in easy to build kits. These are the full retail kits that you would normally get if you bought this Tooth and Claw set, if you bought all of these models separately, with a few sets of exclusive miniatures in here. Bit like Wake the Dead and a bit like Forge Bane, although of course now you can get the armigers separate, but you still can't get that Necron Lord. And the final things in the set is this lovely bit of artwork, you know, from the box itself. It did get a little bit damaged though, and that's because I think Games Workshop for some reason chose to keep it upright and not face down in the package, and with all the miniatures on the top. So that really sucks, because in transit and things, you know, the sprues have dinted, so it's not, you know, it would have been nice if they put it in a sleeve. I know that's an extra manufacturing process, but it's a bit wibbly wobbly, and also there are, you know, pot marks. So unfortunately this might have to go straight in the bin, because I don't know about you guys, but I can't live with, like, you know, a piece of artwork with dints in it, basically. The light is going to reflect that, your eyes are going to be drawn to that rather than the artwork. You might be able to get away with scanning it in, if you've got a big enough scanner, and then printing it out on some high quality paper if you wanted to do that, or just trying to find the artwork online and doing it yourself. But yeah, that kind of sucks, and it's not actually a issue that I ran into with the Wake the Dead box set. I think Games Workshop learned a lesson and actually put it the other way around, so it wasn't going to be affected. The other things you get in the box, I won't rattle them around too much, but you do get your bases, you do get your Dreadnought base, you get a Space Wolves transfer sheet, brilliant, and then you get a pack of instructions and so on. Let me just open them. I don't need the knife for this, I can just do this. So similar to the Wake the Dead set, you get all of your instructions right here, core rules, the exclusive miniature Haldor Ice Pelt, Acolyte, Icon Ward and Abominant. They're both in one, that's interesting. So you got rules there. I'll be going through them individually, obviously. Acolyte hybrids or metamorphs, you can make one or the other set pretty much. Gene Stealers, the Redemptor Dreadnought, Space Wolves Intercessors, the Aberrants, 5 of them, and the rules as well, and then the Aggressors as well. It says actually it says Space Wolves Primaris Aggressors, so it looks like you've got the option there of using the sprue. Look, so this is specific for Space Wolves in that they've got those shoulder pauldrons and things. So that's all the instruction booklets and the core rules, and then you get this extra book, just like you did in the Wake the Dead set. I think it's about 40 pages or so, and in here you get the introduction, the artwork again, a bit about Warzone Vigilus, a bit about both the forces, and that stops about page 14, and then you get all the data sheets. So you've got all the data sheets in here, Primaris Battle Leader, you see, which specifically faction keyword Space Wolves. So if you wanted a Primaris Battle Leader just for Space Wolves, there you go. But he does have the Power Axe, which is pretty good, and so on. And then you've got the Acolyte Icon Ward, who's an HQ, and then the Abominant, which is an HQ too. And then the Metamorphs, the Aberrants, both elites, the Pure Strain Gene Stealers elites, a bit of a showcase for them, and then game rules and missions. You've got Echoes of War, number 1, Tables Turned, number 2, Monster Slayer, number 3, Faith and Fire, number 4, Cave In, and that's it. So you've got 4 missions there to play with both of these forces. And that's pretty much it for my entire unboxing and first look at the Warhammer 40,000 Tooth and Claw box set. Once these units are built, I will be releasing individual videos as and when. Some might come out on Warhammer Wednesdays, some might come out on a random day, who knows, but I'll try and keep a rigid structure to their releases, and of course at the end, once they're all built, I'll do a full review of the set. So hopefully you join me for that. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.